Hello, today we're going to be going over the study guide for Unit 6, which will be talking about area of trapezoids, parallelograms, and triangles, and volume. Please make sure that you have your Math 6 reference star materials in front of you so you can have access to the formulas. Number 1, which of the following equations will give you the area of the following figure? So here you're going to be choosing the process. You're not actually having to solve for the answer. So I'm going to look at my star reference sheet and I'm going to write down the formula. Area of a trapezoid is half base 1 plus base 2 times the height. Now I'm going to identify my base 1 and base 2. They're in parentheses, that's why I'm identifying this first. Base 1 and base 2. They run parallel with one another and they're not always going to be congruent or the same. They can be different. So now I'm going to substitute 75 plus 25 in there. Okay? Base 1 and base 2, when you're adding, it's the commutative property. They can change order, so it doesn't matter which one is base 1 or base 2. Your height. Your height is always going to run perpendicular with your bases. So your height is going to be 30, so I'm going to plug that in. Then I'm going to take half of it. We have been studying this concept this year that when you take half of something, you are actually also dividing it by 2. Okay, and now if I come back over here, area is equal to 75 plus 25 times 30 divided by 2. So when you say half of something, you're dividing it by 2. All of these, except for D, are dividing by 2. But we need to make sure that we are taking our base 1 plus our base 2. So that would be 75 plus 25. Here they're subtracting it, and they do not have a 25 on A. So C will be your answer, and let's make sure this is correct. 75 plus 25 times your height, which is 30, divided by 2. These match up. That's perfect. Your answer would be C. 2. A banner was made for a parade in the shape of a parallelogram. The base is 142 centimeters long, and the area is 426 square meters. What is the height of the banner? So again, if you, a rectangle or parallelogram will be area is equal to base times height. It's imperative that you write down your formulas. They have given us the area. That's 426 is equal to, they also gave us the base, 142. The question, we are solving for H, the height. So we have a one-step equation here. We're going to divide both sides by 142. And that will equal H. So H is equal to 426 divided by 142. So that is going to be roughly 1, 2, 3. That would be 6, 12, carry your 1, and it goes in there perfectly. So your height is 3 centimeters. And it's squared. Nope, it's not squared because the area would be squared. This is one-dimensional, so we would get rid of the squared. A storage unit is 6 feet wide, 4 feet long, and 12 feet high. If a family uses 50% of the furniture of the space to store furniture, how many cubic feet will be unused. 6 feet wide, 12 feet long, 12 feet high, and they're going to only use 50% of it. Volume is equal to base times height. Your base, big B, is equal to length times width. Okay? Length times width is your big B. So our length and our width are 6 times 14. Our height is 12. Okay? And now you're going to multiply these together. 14 times 6. That's 84. And then 84, oops, did not mean to do that, times 12. So you have 1,000. The total volume is equal to 1,008. But they're asking the question, they only used half of the storage space to store furniture. They're asking us for unused. But since they're saying 50%, 50% would represent half. So unused and used will be the same. Okay? Half of 100, or half of 1,000 is 500, and half of 8 is 4. So the unused space would be feet. This is the volume unused, so it would be cubic feet. Anna covered a trapezoid-shaped bulletin board with butcher paper. So we're looking at a trapezoid. You need to look at your star sheet. Area is equal to 1/2 times base 1 plus base 2 times the height. We're going to want to go ahead and substitute in the data that they've given us. One base of the paper is 60 inches, so I'm going to write 60 under the one base. The other base is 52. We're not solving, they're asking us for the height. Go ahead and bring down my half. They have given us the area. Okay? This is going to end up being a two-step equation. You could take your answer choices and plug them in and substitute it out to see what the right answer would be. That would be another strategy. So we're going to say 60 plus 52 is equal to 112. I'm going to take half of that. When you take half of something, you're dividing it by 2. So that means I'm going to have 56 times the height is equal to 1,334. So I'm going to divide both sides by 56. I'm going to come over here, 134 divided by 56. 56 will not go into 0, it will not go into 13, but it will go into 134 twice. I'm going there 4 times. So our height, so that's one-dimensional, our height is equal to 24. So your answer is C, and then that would be inches. Oh, it shrunk, or it unshrunk. Okay. Number 5. An architect plans on designing a building on a triangular plot of land. The base is 125 feet long. This is not to scale. And the height, remember it has to run perpendicular, is going to be 93 feet. Find the area of the plot of land. Please refer to your star chart. Area is equal to 1/2 base times height. Area is equal to half of 98 times 125. Oh, not 98, 93. Three times 5 is 15. 6, carry 1, 7, 3, 0. 125 times 93 would be equal to 11,625 feet squared. You square area because it's two-dimensional. You're multiplying your two dimensions, base and height. With volume, you have 3 dimensions. That's why you cube it. Even though y'all are learning the big B is equal to the area of the base, because that's length times width. Okay, number 6. A rectangular prism, if it is a prism, we're going to be solving for volume, has the width of 7 inches, the length of 16, and the height of 9. What is the volume? Volume is equal to big B times H. Big B is your length and width, so that would be 7 times 16. Remember, when you have parentheses next to a number, that says you're going to multiply. So all these are multiplying. I'm going to go ahead, order does not matter, and say 7 times 9 is 63 times 16. Didn't we have that same answer up there? Is it this exact same 6, 14, and 12? We had, isn't that crazy? We had different numbers, but same exact outcome. 1008, we're solving for the volume, so it's going to be cubed. Make sure you put that cubed. Parallelogram. Parallelogram is a rectangle. Opposite sides are parallel and congruent. Area is equal to base times height. So our base is 22. Our height runs perpendicular. It's 15 1/4. And so now you can change 15 to 15.25 because 1/4 is equal to 25 hundredths, or you can keep it as a fraction. I am going to say 15 25 hundredths times 22. Remember, when you multiply decimals, you do not line up your decimals. They're the exact same number, so you can just rewrite them all down, right? Move your decimal over twice, move it in twice, and then your final answer should be 335 5/10. So your answer is B. What is the area of the triangle? Write formula, substitute in the numbers, and solve. So we know that the area of the triangle, you're looking at your star chart, it's 1/2 base times height. Area is equal to 1/2, 12 times 5 is 60, and half of 60 is going to be 30. Here, they're wanting you to justify your answer. Why do we take half of our base times height? Write this down in your own words. There's going to be a discussion board piece where you're going to put this answer in. So go ahead and think about it on why you would be cutting the base times height in half. Thank you. Y'all have a great day. Good luck. Bye.